or Ben Franklin Bridge. I'm determined to say Parkway all night long for some reason. Oh gosh. Okay. Alright. There's something awesome about being around the water. People feel good, like somehow it's peaceful, refreshing. And when it's hot, it kind of reminds you like you need to be drinking water, and it's so awesome out here. So I grew up in Delaware, and it was kind of a thing to go to the Delaware beaches. Like, we didn't have tons of money or anything, so my mom, sister, and I would go down to the beach sometimes. Then I dated a guy who was actually one of those rent-a-cops at Dewey Beach. And I would go down and stay over like on a weekend or whatever. My dad and stepmom, somehow they managed to get some sort of condo down there. It wasn't on the beach, like you had to drive, but still they kind of weren't beach people, so I'm not sure why they did that. But anyway, my mom loved to get in the water, and we would get in the water and ride the waves a little bit, like, you know, safely, just sort of go up and over the waves. So fun. So I miss that. I became a city girl in the end, like, so far, unless I go back to that world. And, you know, having been in the city for so long, I haven't been to the beach in years. I had to lose a lot of weight at one point in my life. And, you know, that doesn't bode well for bathing suits. You know, I've been wearing certain types of clothing for a long time, even though I'm kind of thin-ish now, but, you know, no bikini body, I guess is, although, you know, there are people out there and I'm like, they feel okay wearing what they're wearing, I guess. Yeah, whatever. So we'll go this way. Looking forward to my frozen blended strawberry lemonade acai. So good. Oh my god. And if you're extra thirsty and hot and sweaty, then it's even better. This is Fringe Arts. Way, you know, like 20 years ago, Fringe Arts had no special location. Like, it was kind of like just this ma and pa kind of operation. And people who participated in Fringe Arts would, you know, different venues would be dedicated to them for a special week of Fringe Arts stuff. But now they have a whole Fringe Arts building. They converted this to that organization, I guess. It's a little more, it's fancified compared to what it used to be. It was very underground before. Or close to. Close enough. People did their vaudeville shows and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm walking up Race Street. This is actually the actual street, Race Street, that you know, eventually turns into a pier on the water. So, other people going. I'm wondering if Morgan's Pier is open and they having like special dinners for 4th of July. I think it's called the Edge. What is it? No, it's the Bridge. This building up here is called the Bridge, at the base of the Ben Franklin Bridge. That makes sense. Right. It's also new-ish. I mean, they had some developers come in here and kind of, a lot of residential communities went up. It's kind of this thing where I was like, where are all the jobs? Like, all these apartments and condos are going up. So I don't know what to say. It's a show town, so priority number one, everything has to look good. And how people afford it, that's another question. Almost home, I hope so. That's the some sort of general store down here. Used to be a coffee shop like Blue something or other, I forget what. But almost home. I keep holding out for the prize, the $1 million or more prize for what I went through. Then we'll talk about a home. Because this girl deserves an actual house. I'm 53 years old and had to work my ass off. So it's time for everybody to pay them for what they did. Almost home. The bridge. So, angry fish. Maya. Go around on this side. The hard work movement. There's a lot of people out there, and they're having to earn their living through Uber, Uber Eats, Instacart, Shipped, all those things, you know, whether it's rides or delivering food and groceries. And, you know, there are no real benefits with that, unless they added any in recent times. But seriously, it's not like totally secure work. People have to drag themselves out there, and there's a bunch of limitations. So say for instance, or door dashing, say for instance with Shipped, you know, say somehow you get blackmailed and somebody complains enough for you to be dropped, and to be like banned from Shipped. So I'm just saying, like, it's not secure work. They're fly-by-night companies that could let people go without a full story or full defense on the part of the worker per se. So I feel for those people. It is hard work. You have to put up with a lot of CRAP and ATTITUDE from those who are SPOILED. Speaking of, I'm actually going to go to Starbucks. That's not spoiled. I actually work hard. But it's the one treat I'll give myself. I don't spend a lot of money on anything except for a roof over my head and food and the occasional clothes. $12.99 for the shirt that I'm wearing right now. So actually, was this $9.99? And I got these boy shorts but it's like 4-pack for $12.99. It's really like underwear. Then I put like cut sweatpant shorts over them. So anyway, I recycle a lot of clothing. I have, like, you know, after a few years of wearing the same pair of jeans, I'll cut them into shorts, or there'll be clothes that I wear around the house. So we live very cheaply until someone does the right thing, because of what started in 2011. And I'll keep writing reports to the same agencies until someone compensates me sufficiently for whatever began in 2011. It was bad.